Alright, so I have my ferro rod here, and it is in fact 5 inches, and I've marked it with my little hacksaw blade on 2.5, because after thinking and thinking, I've decided that since I have so many wood blanks, that I'm going to make 2 ferro rods. So they'll be the little stubbies, 1/2 inch by 2.5 inch, and which they'll be less than that actually, because part of it will be in the part of it will go into the wood blank that will become the handle. So I saw that people were using hacksaws, and so I have this little mini hacksaw from a hand hacksaw thing that I had, which I don't have it anymore. I think I gave it to my son. Whenever I miss tools, I pretty much figure he's got them. So I'm going to tediously work at sawing this in half. Oh, this is going to take a while, I can already tell. This is called Black Palm, and it has really shreddy grain, and I guess what he said is when they try to finely tune it with the sanding, it pretty much just explodes. It's trying to see if I can get a good shot of it where you can tell what he's talking about. It's got, yeah, there you can probably see it there. But I said, wow, it's really pretty. And I said I was looking for some wood blanks to make a handle for my my ferro rod. And he said, oh, well then if you were just going to, not try to get any intricacy with this, it would work fine for you. So he gave me these 2 pieces. So they've been sitting here, and I've been staring at them, waiting for the artistic muse to strike me. And next thing I know, he sends me a bag, and he sends me more blanks. So now I got this big honking one. And it's a laminate. I don't know what kind of wood it is. And by the way, they are all stabilized. Let me go back to this one. You can see it on the ends, maybe. Yeah, there you can see it there. So he buys it in large boxes because he has this pen business. But anyway, he said he couldn't use those, so I could have them. And then, like I said, the next day I come in, and here's this really big one, which I haven't asked him what kind of wood that is, but it's a laminate, if I can. There we go. I dropped my camera so many times now it's not working so well anymore. So that's interesting. And then these 2 are 2 cherry blanks that he gave me, which is awesome. And then over here are probably going to be my favorite ones of all. I was pretty surprised to see these. They are bird's eye maple. And let me see if I can. Yeah. Right. They are. I don't know if you've ever seen what it looks like once it's finished and a shine is put on it with shellac or varnish or whatever. But bird's eye maple is absolutely stunning, and he gave me 2 of them, and I just can't wait to see what these are going to become. Yeah, they've got those characteristic little. There we go. There's one that. Hopefully it'll show up good. Yeah. I should save up my money and get a new camera one of these days. And then there's this tiny one he gave me, and I'm thinking that this is walnut. It's a much smaller diameter than the other ones. But I've been staring at it and staring at it. He actually wrote something on there, or he attempted to, because he wrote on all of them to tell me what they were. But this one, it doesn't say, I can't read it, and I'm looking at that grain pattern, and I think this is walnut. We have it after hours and hours and hours of sawing with this little mini hacksaw blade. I finally made it through and was able to cut that ferro rod in half, and what a workout that was. And at one point I was sitting in the living room doing it on the coffee table, and I was sawing away, and every so often I would stop and I would clean up all the filings, because I had seen people sawing these and sparking up throwing sparks while they were sawing it, so I was trying to keep the sparks to a minimum. I didn't realize I had actually gotten a little pile of filings, and all of a sudden a spark went up, and then the pile started burning and scared the crap out of me, and burned a little spot on my coffee table. But that's cool, because now I'll always remember cutting the ferro rod in half on the coffee table. But anyway, there it is. I finally got it cut in half. Alright, so after some research, here's what I came up with. These are little drum sanders, I guess you call them, and they attach inside the drill press. So the concept is going to be to try to get some shape on this, at least a manageable cylinder shape, and smooth, of course, by once these are in here and they're spinning, then I'll hold it against there. And alright, so the first thing I found out was that I had to cut this because with my plate all the way down, I couldn't get it into the drill press. So just kind of quick, I grabbed it, decided that was probably going to be a good enough length, so I took it over on my scroll saw and cut it. So set that part down, and let's see if I can get this thing drilled out. Alright, so I roughly put a dot where I think the center is. I just pounded a little bit of a dent in the hole to get the focal point for the drill bit to get started. So here comes the noise. Okay, so as I move on, change of plans. This is difficult to drill, and one of the problems is because of the splintery nature of the grain, it was throwing my drill bits around. So I kept going off center, so I've been sitting over here off camera with small Dremel tool parts, fixing the hole, because it was so far over, it was going to lose its integrity if I moved it any further. And I knew it wasn't going to work with this. So what I did was just decided I'll take some of my carbon drill bits and drill it out by eyeball and get it so that it's the diameter to accept the little stubby ferro rod. So that's what I'm doing right now. Alright, so we are really getting pretty close here. And one of the other things I wanted to point out is this drill bit is, that's about ½ inch. That's about what I wanted the depth to be to accept the ferro rod. So as you can see, I'm just about there. And what I'm doing right now is tidying up the diameter all the way around to make sure there's no lumpy spots where it won't accept the ferro rod. So going back to this wood. This is, like I said, palm wood, and I didn't really look much of it up on the internet other than it said it was called black palm. But when I was in the house the other day trying to record this, I didn't get a good video of it, but now you can see the holes that are in it. So yeah, you can feel fibers of it sticking out. I'm touching it carefully so I don't get... Okay, I finally got it drilled out. So it's in there roughly the ½ inch that I wanted it to be. Somewhere on there I marked it with a pencil. There it is. So now, let's get some sanding done. But there it is. It's all drilled out. And it fits in there just beautiful. So, next step, sand off this handle. Project continues. So there you see my beginning sanding. I started taking off these sharp edges on the corners to round them, and then the ends. There you go. So it's coming along. It's definitely not a square anymore. This is going to take some long, tedious sanding. Next step that I've been working on is getting this end to a nice round end. And that requires just kind of holding it and looking at it and looking at it, and I can feel it that it's becoming uniform. And to round this entire end off. Alright, so it's been sanding. Some with sandpaper. I actually went over on my belt sander and tried it a little bit, but these are dangerous kinds of things to yeah, I did a little bit because I wanted to try to get more of the squareness off of this. So the end is rounded now, And I was working on putting the rounded collar, if that's what you want to call it, here. And so here's the ferro rod. And so far this is what it looks like. Yeah, see? If I was going to have a, I don't know, I don't have anything to scrape with it right now. Let's just use my little baby ruler. But if, say, I was going to use it, it would be, ta-da, it works perfect. So what I'm doing now is really just refining this. I want to continue to smooth it. I mean, it feels good now, but I'm going to continue to smooth it until it's every little imperfection that I think is there comes out. I'm going to drill a lanyard hole. And at this point, I'm trying to figure out if I have a tubing of any type that I can put inside there once I drill the hole, so that'll have it a nice finished look. And I'm not sure about this yet, if I leave it that way or if I was actually thinking a grommet of some type might fit in there, but I don't know if I have one of those laying around. I've got crap everywhere. But anyway, that's where I'm at so far. It's going to get more sanding till it's exactly the way I want it. I'm going to drill the hole in the end for a lanyard, see if I want to add anything decorative to it, and in the end it'll be epoxied in, and put a finish on this. But so far I'm thrilled. Thrilled to pieces.